welcome back to our channel. Thank y'all for kicking it with us on this lovely Sunday afternoon. We've been getting a little rain around here, so it's been pretty gloomy, pretty dark here in the good old sunshine state of Florida.
Well, it was supposed to be like, well, I guess it's like a little bit of a mukbang. I had already started. I was hungry. I had ate all day. So, I catching me like at the, almost like the tail end of my food. But it's okay. So we're gonna make it do what it do.
My hubby was so gracious to go get me something, so I'm just not eating mine now.
Sweet. It's so sweet.
He is.
It must be nice to have a husband.
You know what?
Somebody.
It ain't gonna lie. Definitely good.
Somebody.
But yeah. So we was in here just having a little powwow, just talking. I'm chatting about just in here just chatting. We be having some random stuff that be going on. Random things, random conversations that we be having. So
oh no. Okay. So I want to hear about this boat trip that you had a few weeks ago.
girl,
How was that?
the boat trip was I ain't gonna lie, we had fun. But it was a little intense in the beginning because we felt like all I seen was Titanic. And I thought that thing was for the nosedive all the way up under the water. I was like, listen.
Yeah.
And we want to go on another one. We need to go ahead and get us a captain. I'm not no joking.
Okay, so
No joking. We need a professional that know how to drive this boat and know what they're doing, because that was
okay, I need you to walk.
that was just a bit too much adventure for me that day. My first time ever being on a pontoon boat. First time being on a boat in general. And then it was a group of co-workers, you know, we all getting together, hanging out. And the one, you know, that had reserved the boat wanted to drive the boat and take it out on the water. So we was thinking, okay, you know, she knows what she doing. She'd be on the boat like at least a few times a month with her family. And we was like, you know, have you drove the boat before? Have you driven one? She said, yeah. I drove the boat, you know, I'll drive the boat sometime. Okay.
Red flags. If she did like that. Okay,
yeah. So I'm like, shout out to my girl, Karen. She know I love her. She definitely keep us entertained. But I ain't gonna lie. That first like 20-30 minutes while we on there was a bit scary. First of all, the waters was real choppy. It was very windy, and the weather was all right. Sun was up. We left out the dock probably around about 9:30 or so. So we got there early, and the people that, you know, rent the boats out trying to tell you like instructions on how you gotta back the boat out so many feet out, then turn it around towards the direction that you need to drive, and like, you know, just be careful because the waters is really girl, you all right? Oh goodness, yeah, got that throat.
That pepper.
Got that throat.
Continue.
So,
sorry.
you know, he trying to tell her like, hey, it's very dangerous now. And I'm listening to this man, and I'm sitting over there like, Now she gonna make sure that she be getting all these instructions because everybody on this boat do not know how to swim. to include her and myself, to include our driver, myself, and like one other person. So I'm like, okay, half of us on this boat don't know how to swim, and the ones that do know how to swim, they can swim like in a swimming pool, but not like out there in the ocean, like where you got to swim against the current and all that. No. So okay, they had another lady, another coworker. She was out there listening to his instructions as well because she was going to actually help drive. So she actually had drove a boat herself as well, and she's actually a really good swimmer. You know, she said she's a very strong swimmer. So we're like, okay. Well, we let Karen J go ahead and start us off. She got the boat. You know, they done pushed us out. Now, mind you, I'm still looking like, where's the life jackets? Because they told us, okay, all your life jackets are under the, I forgot what he said. So I'm assuming he meant to say that they was underneath he said they were in the compartments. So I'm like, well, which compartments are they?
So
because I'm looking around like I don't see no compartment.
Nobody had a life jacket on.
No.
Y'all just out there.
So we was out there. And girl, I'm still looking around like, okay, no life jacket. Not one person is pulling out these life jackets. They just gung-ho, just excited, girl. And I'm okay. I actually picked to sit at the back of the boat, just because I was like, that's a little too close to the water for me. Cause you know they got that little gate, and this little gate looked like a goat gate. So I'm like, okay, that water gonna come straight through that gate. If things get a little rocky, I ain't trying to be in the front. So I was like, I could see the view from the back.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the back, girl. And 4 of them was sitting up there towards the front. They all like excited, everybody all happy. Girl, it was me and both of the Karens, because both of them name is Karen. So the first Karen, she made, you know, the first drive out. And she backed the boat on out. You know, we trying to help direct her. And of course, while she's doing this, the wind is just horrendous. Wind
slapping y'all back and forth.
That wind can throw that boat around so quick. And we get turned around. We start facing like it's like we driving on the freeway. They have like a sign that actually tells you which direction that you need to be going. So you follow the green sign when you're going out to the island, and then when you're coming back, you follow the red signs. So we, you know, following the signs and everything, but you got to make sure you stay inside with the current. Because if you don't, that wind will take you and had that boat probably whipped around who knows where we would be, and they would lose control out of that boat. So I'm like, okay, girl, she didn't have the doggone engine all the way down in the water, right? So all we hear, and I'm like, okay, what is this noise? What is going on? And I mean, I'm like, okay, you finna blow the thing out. So I'm like, okay, turn it off. Well, while she turned it off or turned the gas down, the waves is coming above the doggone boat, the front of the boat, and coming on top of the boat. It was coming up and over the boat, and it was catching all the ones that were sitting at the front. So every last one of them was getting slapped with that doggone ocean. And they all like, oh my gosh, you know, get my phone. So girl, I'm sitting in the back like this. And I'm over here trying to, look, I'll stretch an arm out and grab a couple items here and there. And then I'll, you know, hurry up and grab that boat again. And I see nothing but the boat. I mean, we just rocking and just rocking. And I'm like, okay, okay, when is this thing finna get moving? When are we gonna go? I'm like, okay now. All I see is nothing but the dang fishes in the ocean. I'm like, okay, no. I mean, all I see is this. Wow, that boat is just rocking, and I'm sitting in the back, and all I'm seeing is nothing but water. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, you need to get up. You need to get up. I need somebody else to drive this boat. Who knows how to drive this boat? And I mind you, we all getting slapped up, girl. I mean, that water was coming from the front to the back.
How was the driver when that water was hitting?
Girl, she was trying to keep it together. She was sitting in that driver's seat, just as calm, trying to be as calm as she can. And water just slapping her in the face.
Oh, Lord.
Glasses wet, everything. And I'm looking at her the whole time. While I'm getting slapped on one side of my face, I'm sitting there looking at her like, you better go ahead and drive this doggone boat because we finna die. And you need to hurry up and get this thing again because we finna die. So finally, the other lady, the other Karen was like, Karen, do you want me to drive? I said, she does. Karen, get up. Get up. No, you finna get out.
Nobody
right
got no life jacket on.
She was like, okay, Karen. Yeah, I think
out there
you should.
I think
she's like, yeah, I think you can go ahead and handle it and get us started. I think you should go ahead and get us started. I said, oh my goodness.
About to guzzle up those.
Girl.
Oh.
And no, we can't drink all that water. I was looking at them crazy. But anyways, so the other Karen take over. She finally get us up and going, and we started getting some speed. And she was like, I think we just need to go faster. So that we can ride on top of the waves and not be under the waves.
Yeah.
And she had got us going, girl. So, I mean, it was about a 45-minute drive to Spectre Island. We go out there and, you know, we get ready to come. We get closer to the shore and, you know, we're trying to pick a spot where we want to pull up to so we can get off. And we got there. We pulled on up, and there was a few other boats that was there. You know, groups of people, like big groups, family or whatever. They was all out there hanging out in the water, chilling, music playing. You know, and once we got there, you know, we had a good time. We enjoyed it, even though it was crazy. On the way there, but on the way back, you know, we finally got a hand of it.
Baby, that was funny.
Oh my goodness. I mean, Kei-Kei, I had never seen anything like that. Especially my first time being on the boat.
That's how you can ruin somebody. Like, you know what?
Right. You know, anybody that's never been through something like that and it's their first time, you know, venturing out on doing, you know, some type of boat, whatever.
Listen, if you don't know what you're doing, just say you don't know what you're doing. It's okay.
It's a-okay.
Because I don't want to die out here in all this water.
You ain't
because you playing.
Exactly. I'm like, you don't have to drive it.
Don't play with me because I'm not for play. Don't play with me.
I'm like, okay, no.
Baby, that was funny though. You had me in tears.
I'm telling you, I'm definitely recommend spend them extra coins to get you a professional to drive that boat because we were stressed out trying to figure out how we gonna get this dang boat up and going. And then next thing you know, I'm constantly watching her because she, you know, I gotta make sure that she stay in the current, girl. I gotta make sure she stay in. I mean, girl, she just driving along. She's like, oh, just look at the water. And I'm like, Karen, pay attention. Like, girl, you know the sign that's up out of the ground that shows you how deep the water is. Like that sign, the water comes up so far up to that, you know, pole. And I'm like telling her, pay attention because we about to run into it. And she's sitting over there like she just in La La Land. Like she spaced out. And she's like, oh, the water's just so calming. Oh.
And you just staring like,
and I'm just staring at her like, Karen. I mean, she looking at, look at all those houses over there.
No, ma'am.
And I mean, literally, she turned her whole head around, looking out the boat at the doggone houses, and I'm sitting there looking at her, and I'm looking at this sign, this post that we've got to come up close to. And I mean, we was like within a couple feet away from it before she, turned the wheel. So I said, Karen, turn the wheel. I'm like, turn the wheel. And she's like, oh. I'm like, no. You would not be driving us on nothing else. Nothing else, Karen. I'm sorry. I love you, but no.
That was funny. Maybe I would have acted a plum fool.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm little too. I can't afford to be getting swung around like that out there like that with all that water.
Well, I ain't even that little, but it would have swarmed me too.
That wouldn't. So just imagine what it would have done to me.
Yeah. All I seen was, you see folks out there, help, help. That's all I seen. But then I thought about it, I was like, this dang boat could go on top of us.
Flip over.
And then what we gonna be doing? None of us got on a life jacket.
None. Y'all gonna be drinking that water. That's what y'all was gonna
We
be.
can't drink all of it, so we finna drown.
Ooh, child. Well, I'm glad everything turned out.
Right.
Everything turned out alright, cause
it was a little crazy. It was a little crazy.
Karen, it's okay to say you don't know what you're doing. It's okay.
It's okay.
Alright.
It is
We
actually
won't hate you.
okay.
We won't hate you for it. If you don't know what you're doing, it's cool.
I'm like, look, don't be the hero.
Hey,
Don't be the hero.
that's funny.
But anyway, we talked about having another little outing, little boat trip. This time I'm gonna make sure you own it. Cause I'm gonna make sure.
Well, okay, just Karen, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to have somebody else driving, steering the boat, because I don't want to go through that. I'm too little, and if y'all was getting swung around like that, just imagine what it would do to me. Okay, so
I was like, you know what? I said, I commend her bravery. Step up.
I mean the calmness.
To try to
I wish somebody had filmed it though. That
we was in panic. Like nobody was even thinking about a phone because they were thinking about their phone getting wet, or even like girl with shoes floating around. I said, "Oh my gosh, somebody's shoe!" Because they already had their shoes off, not thinking that there was water gonna be on top of the boat. I mean, there's stuff, girl, that's just sitting there just floating. And I was like, oh my gosh, get the shoe. Because the little gate, like I said, it's like a little goat gate. Anything can go right through. Girl, I think I had a little headache for a minute.
I know you did.
My brain was just shot after all my nerves finally calmed down. Because I'm looking at her like,
That is funny. I don't know. I would have gave Karen a few choice words.
Oh, I did. I'm pretty sure I did.
Karen would have got.
I'm pretty sure I did. I think I was like, I think
I'm playing about the ocean like that.
I gave her a little strong talking to, but I just, I wasn't cutting up with her. But I was like, no. You will not be driving the boat next time. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. You will not be driving the boat next time. No, ma'am.
Karen.
But it's all good. I said, you know what? We're going to get us a captain.
Yeah. That's what you need.
We're going to get us a captain.
If I'm going to get on there, I'm going to need somebody with some expertise.
We need somebody licensed or something.
Yeah, because I don't feel like going for a swim in the ocean.
I don't like.
I can swim, but I'm not that proficient.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like
Advanced.
I like, the Little Mermaid back in the day.
I don't want to be one.
But I ain't trying to be
I ain't
underneath
tryna
that
be-
wet one. I'm not even trying to see them. I'm like, no. Let the dolphins swim by, but not be swimming up, over us. Because we underneath the water. And Jaws? No.
Mm-hmm.
You out your mind. Boy, I said if it would have been sharks, I mean, we was on the bay side, so it wasn't on the Gulf side, which was okay. But that water is deep, and you can't see nothing. It's dark. So I was like, nah. Y'all
Taking no chance. The bay side, the Gulf side, south side, west side, north side. I don't want to take no chances.
Nope.
That's how I feel about the situation. I don't care what side.
I know, right? I'm like, look. It might have been.
We on. I don't want to drown.
It might have been a little different on the Gulf side because it's more clear. But I still ain't taking no chance.
Yeah, I still want to. I don't want to.
No, I'm good. So anyway,
that was funny. That was
our excitement for the year because we went out. I think end of May. Yeah, like right after Mother's Day.
That's nice.
I said next time.
I was filming. That's nice though.
We're gonna have some more. We're gonna have camera shots next time. We're gonna have to get camera shots because it was an event from the beginning to the end. But we did get some cute pictures though. I know you've seen the pictures
I
on.
saw the pictures on Facebook.
All us up there lined up. Giving our little squat positions while we all posing. I was like, it turned out to be cute. At first I was like, I don't know how this finna look, And we only took like maybe 3 or 4 shots in that angle or in that pose or whatever. But it turned out to be alright. So.
And that's good. I'm glad everybody was safe.
Right. Made it back to the shore. I mean, you know how I felt when I seen that dock. And I seen it from afar. I said, all right, Karen, we almost there. We almost there. Take it on home now. Take it on home.
Wait, so she got back behind
after we got slapped up by water the first like 8 to 10 minutes, she got up and let the other Karen drive. So she drove us there to the island and then let Karen J drive us back home because the water had calmed down. First in the morning, like early in the morning, the water's a little choppy. And it get kind of crazy if you don't know what you're doing. But when the day goes on, as it kind of goes by, the water's kind of slowed down. The weather started to kind of calm down. The wind calmed down. Everything calmed down. So it was fine coming back. It was smooth. But you still got to be careful though because you got to stay in that channel. You got to make sure you stay in that channel because if not, it'll throw you out.
Ooh, child. And we ain't got time for that.
We don't.
That's funny. Oh my God, that was funny. That was so funny.
But it's all good. It's all good. Back to so we're gonna talk a little bit about K-pop. And just kind of
I forgot about that.
Yeah, because Kei-Kei is like an expert kind of on some of the K-pop groups and stuff like that.
I'm still learning myself,
but she's trying to educate me on it. So
yes.
I mean, all the names that you sent me on the phone last night, I still.
It's okay. That's okay. You have time to study, and Google is your friend, and YouTube is your friend.
Okay.
But yes, I started her off with the group first, NCT 127.
Oh wow.
So, and I gave her just like a small, like little background of each member and everything. And I was so excited last night when I got home. I was like, okay.
Oh my goodness, I can tell because my phone was like.
Like,
Oh my.
I get excited, you know, putting a new person on to K-pop, into K-dramas. Like, that just excites me. It just really makes my day, guys. Like,
it's just kind of crazy how you even came into the K culture.
well, I mean, I came.
I mean, it was just out the blue.
It was.
Like one day she's like, "Oh, I've been watching K-drama," and I'm like, "What is that?" And she's like, "Oh, it's Korean drama," and I'm like, "Okay." You know,
What?
I'm thinking in my mind like, "Why are you watching that?"
Bro, when I tell you everything.
And I got like mad friends, like Korean friends, like they don't even watch stuff like that all the time, or I don't even think they listen to K-pop at all.
I'm sure they do.
I mean,
They probably just.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think they really do. They're different. They're a different type of.
Different. Well.
Yeah, different type of.
I be
selection
bumping it.
of Koreans because they is Americanized, okay, through and through. So I'm like, that's why it never came up. It never came up. Now, their parents though, they still traditional, so they still watch like the K-dramas. But I don't think they do the K-pop. You know what I'm saying? They probably have some other type of Korean music. That they
Well,
listen
I'm
to.
sure like Pensody and trap music. You know the trap
You know
music
what?
when you hear, I can't do it. Because it take a special kind of trained person to sing that way.
Say how?
Because if I try to do it, it might sound like I'm mocking. And I don't want
Wait a
to be
minute.
mocking
Wait a
nobody.
minute. So,
It's
what is that?
just YouTube it. I can tell
Well,
you, YouTube it.
First of
Because,
all,
I mean, if you, I don't know.
you gotta text it to me and spell it out because I don't even know what you just said. I'm like, who?
It's Pensori.
Okay.
But yeah, how they be doing their voices like
They
that.
like sing with their throat or something?
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they might listen to it. But anyway, how I came upon K-dramas. Well, one day I was at the time living with some friends and other friends of mine in the military world. And I was just, up. I was like, well, I ain't gotta be at work the next day, and I couldn't really sleep, so I was just like, well, let me put on Netflix and see what's popping. Flipping through. I was like, And then all of a sudden, because at that time, not too much of anything was, K-drama based, in my Netflix. And so, but I just happened to come across this drama, which was called Extreme K-pop. That was my first K-drama that I watched.
Okay.
And I was like, well, let me see. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'll watch it. You know what I'm saying? If it's interesting, I'll watch, you know what I'm saying?
So what was it about?
Turned it on. It was about this girl who really wanted to be a part of a K-pop band. And so she disguised herself as a boy to be a part of the group. That's basically what it is.
So they don't have any female?
Well, yeah.
groups? Okay.
Yeah, they do. But anyway, I watched it after the first couple episodes. I was like, this is good. Like, where has this been all my life? So I was up all night watching them
Just
episodes
binging.
back to back to back to back to back. I didn't have to be at work the next day, so up 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and just watching. And then all of a sudden, I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like, It's K-drama.
Wow.
And so from then on, K-drama, I watched.
You was hooked.
Yeah, I am. I watch more K-drama now, more so than I do American TV shows. Don't get me wrong, I still have my American TV shows that I watch,
But you don't watch them as often no more.
but not as like I'm behind on a lot of stuff because I'm watching K-dramas, C-dramas, J-dramas,
What was C-dramas?
Chinese.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait a minute. So you don't went from the K to the C to the
They
J?
all up in there. Japanese
Wow.
dramas. They all of that is in there.
Shout out to Japan, cause
That's what you
they
was
supposed
born.
to be like my peoples. But
She was born.
I just don't know a whole lot about it. I mean, I was there till I was 2, maybe 3, and then we left. So shout out to Japan. I don't really know too much about none of their music, none of their.
Now, when I started watching K-drama, I didn't really know nothing about K-pop. Even after I seen that show, that first show, you know, I didn't really, give it any thought. Now, I didn't really. I guess you could say like BTS. Have you heard of BTS? No, we just gonna say no. Okay.
Wait, is this the people that's on that commercial, the phone commercial? Okay.
Yeah, they use their song or whatever. But for us, BTS has introduced a lot of American people to K-pop.
Okay.
You might as well say. But yeah, I mean, I like seeing like previews of award shows, and they be talking about BTS and everything, and I just be like, oh, say, okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until I guess during the pandemic when we didn't have nothing to do, and I was just like, okay, and I was just looking at some BTS videos and stuff on YouTube, and then I messed around and came across Got7.
Okay.
This, and so I was just like, wait a minute. I was like, they got some bangers, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they music, and that thing jamming.
Okay.
And so it was a wrap. But then on, from BTS to Got7 to XO to NCT 127, Shiny to Super Junior.
Oh my goodness, see, yeah. You got a whole list of them.
Like, I was, there. And I'll be bumping everybody. Like, they on rotation too, with my trap music, with my gospel music, with the old school R&B, old school hip hop. You got the K-pop thrown in there into the mix as well. So
now, I've heard some of the songs, like the ones that she showed me or let me listen to.
banging.
Like, they sound good. I ain't even gonna deny that. I mean, it probably ain't like really my thing, but
It's mine.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit up here and deny that they don't have talent, because they do have talent. I haven't really watched any K-drama though.
Girl, don't make me see you with this. Because
I'm telling you.
I already got to send a list to
I won't even.
another friend of mine. Because I was like, girl, I got you.
Oh gosh.
I love to put people on.
She gonna put us on game.
I love to put people on.
She's even, talked about going to a concert.
Oh, yes.
And
Because I've only been to one concert in my life.
I haven't been to any.
When I was 16. And that was in Venice Beach. And that was the 8-Ball, MJG, and Juvenile, and Chingy,
See, I ain't been to no
back in the day. That was the only concert I've been to, ever.
Alright, at least you went to one.
But I want to go to a K-pop concert.
So, in other words, my first concert ever look like it's gonna be a K-pop concert.
Yes, sir, bye.
So, shout out to all the K-pop,
Yeah, shout out to you guys.
K-drama.
Freaking awesome.
Um,
I like K-pop dramas because for one, they do have like some really good actors, and then they got the ones that's just like hella extra, and you just be like, okay, now
they
like,
do the extra.
You're like, okay, tone it down, but it be so good though. Like you can't stop watching it. Like I love it. I love it. My mom be looking at me like, how you know what they saying? I'm like, subtitles, boo.
You know,
Subtitles.
I'm not even huge on subtitles, so that's why I feel like if it's really, really good to actually keep my interest, I might sit there and watch it and actually watch the subtitles. But
It is.
if it ain't keeping my interest, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm tired of looking at this. I'm tired of reading.
It is.
Shut it down.
I mean, but now they got some of the new shows dubbed English.
Yeah.
But see, I'm wanting to learn the language, so I already know like a couple of words.
She trying to learn the language.
Y'all, Korean is hard.
Well, I believe it.
Korean is hard. It's difficult, but it's not impossible to learn.
Right.
Because I believe I picked up more words by listening, repetitively. When watching K-dramas and listening to K-pop, versus studying it. And but I think doing them both together would be very effective.
Now, I ain't even gonna lie. My friends, their parents, obviously their moms, they full Korean. So, I catch a few of the little words here and there. And then also, my friends, they actually understand that language. Some of them can't speak it, but they know what their mom is saying or whatever. And so, every now and then they'll tell me a couple things. Tell me a few words or whatever and what they mean and stuff like that. And just listening to any type of dialogue that their mothers have with each other, I can kind of pick up on some of it too.
What if we were just born able to understand all the languages and speak all the languages? I think that would be so dope. Like, can't nobody talk about you behind your back
know
and
exactly
their
what's
native
going on
tongue.
at all times.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But and then just come out and just start, just going.
Yeah.
I was like,
that would be real
dope.
special. But
it's not like that. I don't know.
It's never gonna be like that.
The only way it'll be like that if you study.
Right. But you got a lot to study. It's a lot of languages.
Korean is difficult. But I'm gonna definitely get back on it because I was doing Spanish. Spanish is
right.
Spanish is easy. Because it's with the alphabet. You know what I'm saying? The English alphabet versus with Korean and Japanese and Chinese and stuff. You got lines. You know what I'm saying?
Like
it's almost like shapes.
One word would be like almost a whole sentence.
Yeah. And and then again, it's not. It's like shapes. Almost, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That you're dealing with. You're not necessarily dealing with
just an
letters. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little difficult. But I'm gonna get back on it because I was doing Spanish, Italian. Italian and Spanish is kind of the same a little bit. In certain aspects, like te amo and ti amo. And it's the same thing, but it's like a letter difference.
Yeah.
And Korean. So I was studying those three languages. Like I'm trying.
But listen, I'm gonna put her on game with the Korean food though, because
she has. Because I had never had.
I love eating.
We had some yesterday, and they were.
We sure did. I enjoy eating more Asian food than I do soul food. Soul food, alright. It's not my first pick, but I'm definitely down with the Asian cuisine.
So you got the food and I got the people.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, hey, that's just the way it is because it's just, you know, being in the military, you know, lifestyle, you travel. I travel mostly around foreign countries, so I got to taste a lot of the foreign dishes more so than Americanized dishes. So, and I think because I started at a very young age, you know, with the Japanese cuisine when I was a baby, you know, I ate a lot of Japanese food. So I mean, hey,
That's nice.
I mean, I like Thai food. I like Indian food. I mean,
Never had it. Never had it.
what? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I just said I never
Kei-Kei.
had all this stuff.
I can't believe you
I just
ain't never
said
tried
that.
it.
I never had it.
Well, we gonna put you on game.
Well, please do. I don't mind.
Yeah, you got to change the palette a little bit.
I don't mind.
Cause I'm like, girl,
Long as
I'm
the
naming
shit ain't
all
alive.
these. I'm naming all these different Asian countries because I'm like, look,
As long as it's not nothing alive,
no, now you know I don't do that.
then we can.
I
Or
don't,
raw.
I don't eat no octopus and all that.
Nothing alive or raw.
And I'm not really big on seafood, so you already know we ain't doing that under the sea stuff.
Yeah.
We ain't about to have no flounder and no Sebastian. We're not gonna have any of that. We're gonna keep it simple: chicken or beef or vegetables. Cause you know Kiki do the veggies, or she kind of pescatarian, so she might try a little bit more of the seafood than me. But
it gotta be deep fried though, or baked or something.
or maybe like grilled.
That too. But it cannot be raw. I am not that brave.
No.
Even though there is fish out there, you know, can eat raw and you
I
be
still
okay.
wouldn't chance it.
But I am not that brave yet. And eating octopus and squid and stuff.
Like calamari. You tried that?
No.
Okay. Well,
I mean, but they cook it though.
they fry it.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't even gonna lie
It
to
probably
you.
tastes
I
like
think
shrimp.
isn't that squid?
I believe so.
I ain't even gonna go there. I mean, my friends and them eat that when they go out. When we go to a restaurant and stuff and they got calamari, now they will order that because their, you know, culture, they used to eating that. Like, they do have some squid and they be eating at the house. I don't be getting down with all that.
Yeah.
But give me some
But they be eating
kimbap.
that junk. They
Give
be
me some
eating that junk.
kimbap or some walamsam or some style. I'll eat that. But I ain't finna touch that other stuff. I'm not doing it.
Not that brave.
Not
We're
doing
not
it.
on that
I'm
level.
not doing it. I'm like, I'm sorry.
And they be low key making it look good too.
It do.
They be making it look
appetizing.
so
It
good.
look
And I just
appetizing.
like,
And they be like, you want to try it?
I would like the way my stomach set up.
I said I could just imagine when it touched my tongue and hit the taste bud.
That right there would just do me.
I mean,
like,
you
you
seen
know
those
what?
videos when they be eating a little baby octopus?
Wait a minute. Yes.
I mean, and they dip them in the soy sauce like it ain't nothing.
It just.
Oh,
I seen this
I
one,
can't do
this Korean. She's a YouTuber. She does mukbang, and she just eat a lot of raw shit. And she ate something in the juice.
ew,
When
got
she
the squirt.
bit out of it, the juice, I was done. I was just like,
Don't they have like ink or poison in like the octopus and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't they have something? Do they have something that they need to remove before they eat that? I don't know. I can't do
but
it.
it wasn't my cup of tea. I was just like,
Look.
she had an
Yeah.
ironclad stomach. Did you hear me? Ironclad. Meaning she could eat anything and it would be fine. But see, you know, people like us with these baby stomachs.
Right. Like you be telling my husband, we got a baby mouth.
Yeah, baby mouth.
Yes. We not.
Shoot.
We not.
Be on that toilet,
We
in
not,
the toilet,
we not
above the
that.
toilet, outside of the toilet.
Nah, we not exposed to that. That's just too
No,
much.
my stuff gotta be cooked. and cooked well.
And they can't be moving. I don't need nothing waving at me. And I don't know how they do the fish heads with the eyes and
They
everything
still,
on there.
Oh.
I'm like,
Why the head?
It fried up like it be like it's supposed to change anything. Like that's supposed to make it more appetizing.
I'm like, why the head still on there?
I
The
mean,
head? Yeah, I want to know.
I don't understand how they.
Please tell me in the comments why the head still be attached to the fish.
Apparently they said that that's supposed to be a good part, like a really good part to eat, like the nutrients and stuff in it. I don't know. I'm with you on that one. No,
I don't want them nutrients.
No, I don't need it. I'll go and drink some fish oil before I do that, or get me a vitamin or something. But
I don't want.
I'm not
finna.
I'm not finna eat that.
Okay, you eat ramen noodles, right?
Yeah.
Okay, have you ever had egg with it?
Girl, I have.
You
because
have? I had like bomb.
I'm trying to think. Well,
hello.
No, the bibimbap is a little different because I think, bibimbap. I don't think they have ramen in it. I think they have. Well, maybe no, it don't have ramen in it because it's like when they had the fried egg on top, and they'll have like kimchi and radish. There'll be a bunch of different little veggies in there, and then you can have like meat in it, or not have it.
Bomb.
And then they have like a fried egg on top with that red paste, and that red paste would set it off. That's where the flavor come in. But usually we eat that with rice. I think. I don't think we eat it with the noodles.
I had it with the noodles.
I don't know. I just whatever they got, that's what I'll try. You know, they make a little cuisine. I need to let them know, Kiki, that you like to try things. So one day we're gonna do a little vlog about that. I'm gonna have to make a couple dishes and have a little powwow with y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's just a chill Sunday. Nothing much happening. We got work day tomorrow. Back to the beat we go. The start of the new week. But we got a 3-day weekend though coming up. Everybody's gonna have that 4th of July holiday round the corner. Why you don't?
We celebrate Juneteenth up in here.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm getting paid for 4th of July, so guess what? I'm celebrating it too, long as them coins still rolling in here. I'm good. So,
it's Juneteenth for us.
well, Juneteenth is...
4th of July is still a holiday.
It's,
you know what I'm saying?
It's already gone. I didn't get Juneteenth off, so now I get to...
You should be able to now. It's the federal.
Oh, no. Healthcare don't care.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, healthcare don't care.
You know, healthcare.
They just special like that.
Healthcare.
So, we got to work regardless. We only get so many holidays paid. So, I'll tell you what I can get.
Shout out to healthcare.
Yes. Big shout out to all the first responders and everybody.
It takes a special kind of person.
Everybody that's involved and you know in the community and
helping to keep us safe.
You know, protecting the village. It takes a
You said protecting the village.
I'm telling you. It takes a village to take care of one. So yeah, we'll definitely have to see what's popping for the holiday weekend. I don't know, my husband debating, we might maybe get on the grill. Let's put a little something together.
The grill master over there.
Grill master. He definitely think he's the grill master now.
He focused.
But
Mr. Baby Mouth.
Right. So anyway, we will definitely come back with another video and y'all stay tuned.
So thanks for hanging with us, guys. As we did our little mukbang, I had got started a little early because, like as I said, I had ate all day, and so my food was calling me. So, yeah.
Look, the gifts, look, them gifts was pinching, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, until next time, guys. Thank you for kicking it with Keela and Kei-Kei. And we'll holler at y'all. Bye.